Van Jones, Van Jones, Van Jones. This video is brought to you by the Officer Tatum Store, the Officer Tatum Store. Get the merch link in the description section. Make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get notifications anytime I go live. Make sure you're still subscribed. Let's get into this. Van Jones. Now, I'm not going to play all the videos because I didn't feel like going and researching and looking up all this stuff. Y'all have seen Van Jones on CNN. You have seen Van Jones make one statement out of this side of his mouth, make another statement out of this side of his mouth.
We haven't talked about race. This was a white lash. This was a white lash against a changing country. It was a white lash against a black president in part.
He became president of the United States in that moment, period.
And I talked to two-time Obama voters who voted for Trump. And I said, well, why? How? I don't.
But that was one of the most extraordinary moments you have ever seen in American politics, period.
Now he's President Snowflake, okay? Everything he said, oh, they're mean to me and they don't like me and I just don't understand it and it's not fair. This is history. This is history. Right now you're witnessing history on the floor of the U.S. Senate. It is a Christmas miracle underway.
Because that thing you just saw him do, if he finds a way to do that over and over again, he's going to be there for 8 years.
My question is Van Jones secretly a conservative? Here's why I say this. Van Jones has come out and said that the Democrats do not look like they can beat Trump. Van Jones has given Trump credit for prison reform. Van Jones have been open about how Republicans are succeeding in the black community. They have the black vote. I mean, not all of the black vote, but they're winning more and more of the black vote. Van Jones has said all of these things. But he's also said that Trump's election was a white lash, and that he's also criticized Trump for being crazy and evil, and Trump supporters being racism in America. And come on, man. But I just wonder. I want y'all to comment and let me know what you think too. I wonder, is he secretly a conservative, but he's paid to be on CNN as a Democratic operative, as a Democratic commentator, apologist, mind you. And he has to talk on those Democratic points because that's what he's paid to do. Because Van Jones, to me, don't seem like an irrational person. He don't seem like he's that crazy. I didn't hear him say some legit stuff that I'm like, that actually makes sense. I know that Candace Owens have spoke to Van Jones and she say that Van Jones is a very cool guy. So is it a front or is it not? That's all I want to know. I want to know that y'all have a say on that. And I want you to write that in the comment section. Because we see a lot of people, I'm being honest to God truth. Now, they may never vote either because they can't never come out that they voted for President Trump. But we've seen a tremendous amount of people who really don't want to be crazy Bernie leftists. They don't want it. They don't want that. And I'm telling y'all, this is the honest to God truth. When I go to colleges and universities and people disagree with me, there's always a handful of people that's in the crowd that won't say nothing. But you can see it sinking in their mind. Like, dang, that actually makes sense. And then you got the instigators who are like, white man, black man is still in bondage. We actually on plantations physically, and the white man own all our revenue. And you got those people. But most people can see it, and there's a peer pressure that goes along with that prohibits people from going all the way in. Right? There's family members who will disown you if you go all the way conservative. There's girlfriends, wives. I know a couple that broke up. They got kids and everything. They broke up over conservatism. There are friends that will leave you. There are jobs that will fire you. 90% of my friends who are conservative that work for liberal organizations, they can't say anything. They don't even tweet about it. They don't even tweet about it because they're afraid of repercussions for being conservative. So is it possible, ladies and gentlemen, is it possible that Van Jones is actually conservative? Is it possible that if the left continue to go down the path that they're going, people like Van Jones after Trump will go down the path of being a conservative? Now, I'm telling you this, if that happens, there's going to be a matriculation of people leaving the Democratic Party. And there will never be a Democratic president again unless they completely change their message. Because I see that Van Jones is getting tired of it. Sometimes I see him getting tired of it. I see him looking in the mirror like, we need to stop lying to ourselves. President Trump is touting legit success in the black community. And we're talking about illegals. And we're not addressing anything in the black community. And Obama really didn't do nothing. What do they have left? What do they have left? I predict that after President Trump, there's going to be a complete exodus from the Democratic Party after Trump. And the reason why I say that is because there's a lot of peer pressure and social pressure to not come out and support President Trump. If there's a fresh face, and I'll say this, and it don't have to be a minority, but for the psychology of people who can't get past color, a minority woman running for president, like Candace Owens or somebody, that will be the great exodus from the Democratic Party, especially by minorities. That will be the great exodus, because people can't come out against a woman like they can come out against a man. People can't come out against black folks like they come out against white folks. It's hard to say that Candace Owens is a racist. It's hard to say that Candace Owens, you know, you want to call it a B word, you want to say nasty things about it, you want to show her getting in effigy or whatever. You can't do that with women. You can't do that. It's not socially acceptable. And I think that she could do it. I'll vote for her. I'll vote for her to be the president. But if somebody like that come out and be the president, it's going to be very hard for the Democrats to run that same rhetoric. Donald Trump is going to make sure that no other president get wiretapped and all that stuff like he did. That's not going to happen again. So they're not going to have that on their side. So anyway, I just thought I'd throw that out there. I think Van Jones is going to switch sides after President Trump. What do you say? Write in the comment section. Let me know what you think about what I just said. Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you get notifications every time I go live. Make sure you still subscribe. Visit the Officer Tatum store where you get all the cool merch. Y'all know what it is. I'll see you on the next one.